Welcome! This video will show 5 more checkmating patterns and techniques you need to know. This video will consist of the endgame checkmating you need to know in order to bring your advantages to wins. So let's jump right into it. First up on the list is ladder checkmate. Ladder mate is a common technique which consists of 2 vertically or horizontally attacking pieces, which leaves us the rook or the queen. The attacking pieces take turns in giving check to the king. The king either moves to the next file or rank, depending on the positioning of the pieces. If the king moves too close to one of the pieces, the piece can be moved across the file or rank, defending it. After continuing this checking pattern, the king will reach the end of the board. Once there, one of the 2 pieces can deliver mate. Here, we can see that the checkmating piece covers the A file, whereas the other piece covers the adjacent file, not allowing the king to escape. Next up is how to checkmate with a king and queen. This is one of the most common mating techniques. First off, we use the queen to attack the king in an L shape, just like a knight. This does not give a check, however it does limit a majority of the squares where the king could have escaped to. Now, we just copy the moves that the king does, limiting the squares even further. Once the king is at one side of the board, we continue to copy the moves with our queen, however be careful of stalemate. Once in a position where the king only has 1 square left, we bring in the king. The black king continues to go back and forth, and the white king comes closer. Once in the desirable position, we deliver mate with the queen. Now, let's look at how a rook and king can mate the opposing team. Similar to the queen mating technique, we first cut of as many squares we can, preventing the king to escape. However, the rook cannot cover the diagonals, therefore the king can attack the rook. We bring in our king to defend. We continue this little technique by keeping the king in a box by the rook. Take note that the rook should not give a check. The rook limits the squares and the whiting defends. Once the king is on the back rank, we bring our king opposite of the black king, taking opposition. White plays a waiting move with the rook, so that when the black king is in a position hat can be checkmated, the rook can deliver mate on the back rank. The rook covers the whole rank, whereas the king covers the remaining squares left where the king could have escaped to. Next, let's look at how to mate with 2 bishops. First off, make sure that both bishops are on different colored squares. Anyways, we use both bishops to control the 4 center squares, then we bring both of the bishops together on 2 adjacent squares. In this position, white limits the black king to only 12 squares, all of them being on the 6th, 7th, and 8th rank. White brings the king closer to the black king, thus protecting the bishops. In this move, the king has eliminated 1 square where the king could have gone, which is followed by white moving the bishops to the 5th rank. By playing bishop e6, we push the king even further back, and king f6 bounds the black king to the 8th rank. Now, our main goal is to get the king into the corner of the board, and to do that, we alternate the moves of the bishops, cutting off the king from other squares. Now we take opposition with our king, which covers the h7 square. Here, it's just a matter of moves, then the king can be checkmated. Here, let's look at the staircase checkmate pattern. The staircase pattern is a checkmating technique which includes the queen, which is the mating piece. The enemy king is in the corner of the board. Here, in this famous example by Hikaru, we can see that the queen gives a check, followed by another check. This mating pattern looks like a staircase. The black king cannot move away as it will leave the queen hanging, so the queen continues to deliver checks in this technique. Once in this position, this pawn delivers the final nail in the coffin, thus leading to checkmate.